range. So
well, I think part of the problem as well is just another one of those teams that, like, since the major, like they kind of highlighted some of the things that this team had done since they were QB Fire, now Winstrike, but we just don't know anything about them really from, you know, Boston to now.
Yeah, which could be a huge problem for Fnatic, right? Like, I would say this is more like a 65-35.
I don't even think Fnatic looks into their opponents that, you know, like FaZe, like, you know, so I don't know if that's going to matter whatsoever. The big thing is just like, let's see some of these players come back. Let's see the resurgence. Let's see JW just bodying people. Let's see Draken with the AWP. I want to see some Crims just holding down bomb sites 1 versus 4. I want to see all the classics. I want to get some nostalgia in this matchup. Either way, it's huge for Fnatic. They absolutely, you know, you can't take this lightly, even though you have that huge advantage. Here's Flusha and Xisto, and they're actually fighting, and I think they might go down. Xisto's if he can't get away, and he tries to cross back. 1 kill. Crims is still here, but all 4 players. This is what I wanted.
Yeah, instantly smoked off against Crims. Is he going to challenge it? The rest did on top Banana, but not this time. He wants to stay behind, and there is still Draken over at the other side. He's very slow on the rotation. Not sure if there was going to be some sort of fake, but now the bomb should be planted on the other side. This boost, on the other hand, though, JW, one opportunity there. Oh my god, he gets the random click through the smoke, taking down quick. That is so disgusting. 3 on 3 now, and surely Winstrike are going to be incredibly upset about all of this. JW looking into the bomb site, trying to see if he can catch anyone. Boomich and Valina still left, and Waterfalls too. See if they can maybe get that bomb down at some point. They've been in the bomb site for a very long time with nothing really happening. They've lost all control of it at the moment. That was a really good idea for Valina. That would have been a big opening. Boomich instead taking down JW. 2 on 3 with 40 seconds left, and they're going to push out, trying to chase him down. Draken in so much trouble, and now they're somehow evacuating. A good kill and a good follow-up. Crims with double, and somehow Fnatic winning. What a ridiculous round.
That is pretty crazy, and obviously JW gets so fortunate through the smoke, but it's not the kill that matters. It's the fact that it's the bomb carrier. The bomb drops to the floor, the smoke clears, and then Winstrike doesn't have anything to make Fnatic actually try and attack the bomb site. They're the ones who have to be the aggressor still, because it's not safe enough to get the bomb plant down. So Winstrike has to expose themselves to all the different crossfires. And a good pistol round win, a really sketchy pistol round win, a really hard pistol round win.
Yeah.
But Fnatic's got it.
Now they're buying 4 UMPs and an MP9 against the CSET 75 army that's on the other side. Kind of scary. I mean, that UMP, the rate of fire is pretty low compared to the CSET 75. So you get up close and personal. Could be a bad time.
Could be. We'll see. I mean, they have to have some kind of a set plan to get themselves close. They have the smokes and the flashbangs to do it. Question becomes, where do they want to go? Fnatic have established presence at top Banana. Crims and Flusha both sticking around. Crims just jumping over for some kind of a peek, and I believe that means Flusha would have, you imagine he would have a utility out, a flashbang of some sort. Yeah, there's Crims spotting a couple and just falling away. Don't want to challenge with the SMGs of that range.
Really, my main reason for picking Fnatic in this one, I guess that kind of applies to Winstrike, so maybe it evens out, maybe there is no logic, but it was just something like, you know, that was their first match at the major yesterday, Fnatic, and I kind of just don't see them making the same mistake of waking up cold for a game 2 days in a row. JW instantly traded. Good shot from Boomich, ducking in with the CSET 75, and that smoke is a little bit annoying, but they've slowed it down. 35 seconds. Why have they slowed it down?
Yeah, I don't know. They used all their utility. They used all their. They have 1 left, but they used their smokes. They used their flashbangs to have that kind of a waterfall, and they've just hit the brakes. 23 seconds exists out in the open, but that's going to be an easy one to handle. And yeah, I think because of that pause, it's going to fizzle out. Oh, Draken, he's exposed. If they hard clear this, it could get dangerous. They Jimco with these CZs, but they can't find the kill. No plant going to go down. Boomich. Yeah. I think, yeah, he's definitely going to go down. Oh, he's got it.
That is, I don't know, it's not really a big deal, right? But more than he should have had. It certainly seemed like it. Maybe they didn't know how low he was, and they were afraid of, I don't know, rushing through the smoke. Regardless, a little bit of a win at the end for Winstrike. Now it's 2-0 in favor of Fnatic, but they still can't really buy in this round. I mean, they can upgrade some pistols if they want to, but again, the real test is going to be a bit later on. Yeah, that slowdown, maybe they saw something we didn't, but it was a bit of a shame.
It was. They couldn't have known this, obviously. Once they get that kill on JW, Exist is stuck behind that smoke at small pit, right? So Draken is really exposed in the bomb site. He's all alone. And they did hard clear it, and they did, you know, fail to get that kill when they eventually did enter in, but you know, you get that kill, and if you do it quickly when you just attack out of those holes, and or at least trade it, then all of a sudden you've got yourself in a favorable position with all of Fnatic is on the other side of the map, not ready quite to rotate. They're not as close by, and you can maybe make something happen. Regardless, not a huge deal.
No, we'll resume the action in round number 3 here. And Fnatic feeling, you know, pretty aggressive over at Banana right now. I kind of like that. I actually kind of want Fnatic to play themselves into this game and not just sort of wait around, especially starting on the CT side. I'd like it if they were just a bit crazy, you know?
Yeah.
Don't have to be completely mad.
Yeah, don't have to go full on insane. Oh god, they all line up. That's going to be easy for Flusha. Getting on the board early. Triple kill in the round, a lot of bonus money, and there's going to be a bonus round coming up next, I would imagine.
Good to see Flusha. What did he have, like 4 kills in that game yesterday overall?
Wasn't great.
It was really not a good game for him, so you want to see him off to a good start. And Verlina going to go down.
I wonder if something crazy is going to happen, like Draken maybe pass the M4 over to Flusha, Flusha drop him at AWP if they want to get that AWP out, or if they just really want to go for a full bonus round. And I guess knowing it's Fnatic, probably go for the full bonus round.
Yeah, why not? I was going to say maybe one of the UMPs could have bought the AWP, and then you could have juggled the UMP into the B bomb site, so you could pick it up later if you
get real wild.
Yeah. So, 3-0 in favor of the Fnatic team, and in round number 4 we've got AKs and a lot of utility here on Winstrike, so let's see what they have prepared for us. JW running straight on over, going to be flashed in. Actually, he's going to keep running with a UMP. Well, that's a way to get really creative. How can Winstrike see this coming? That flashbang might have surprised them a little, but you can see Valina's not ready for it, and a double grenade exists on the other side. Almost a kill there on Quick, but imagine how disorientating this is right now for Winstrike. They've got to be so confused. I'm confused, Moses. Help me.
No, that's great. I mean, that's the entire point of the bonus round, is do something crazy that's going to catch your opponent off guard. You have the SMGs. It's not the biggest thing if you lose them. Even if you lose this round, Fnatic, your goal with keeping the SMGs is just to find a number of kills that's going to make things difficult for Winstrike to build upon it. And obviously, just the sheer aggression and losing 2 players in the first 15 seconds is going to throw any plan they had to hell. And this is where the kind of the underdog and the more inexperienced teams can really struggle to find themselves a way back into these rounds. Quick can't do anything here. He's going to have to play far back. He's kind of the bomb guy from now on. And it's Flusha at the B-bomb site. He's got a smoke and a Molotov, and he has no pressure being put on him. 40 seconds as he throws that smoke. It'll expire at 23-ish. And then he's got a Molotov, which is, what, another 7 seconds? So this is going to be really, really tough, really dicey for Winstrike.
I love it when you do math, Moses. It, you know, just puts me in a good mood. 23 seconds, as you said, and the smoke about to fade on the other side. Flusha going to be falling back, dodging most of the fire, and that's actually not true for Quick. He's already down to Flusha's Molotov, and the spam through Jimka almost going down to that. So a lot of trouble, and it's all going to fade out here. JW, the only one going down to that crazy push that was happening in the beginning. What a great hold for Fnatic. And I mean, from Winstrike's point of view, you go into that 4th round, like your first rifle round, you obviously have some sort of set plan to, like, we're going to bounce right back. And that gets taken away from you so quick when that push happens. Even if it's just 1 kill and some damage, it's just so confusing. And
then it turns into a mental game of, if you're Winstrike now, I mean, that's kind of one of those things where you're like, oh god, here we go. This Fnatic, this aggressive Fnatic team, like, they might just, we might just get blown out of this match. That's what the kind of thought that creeps into the back of your head, even if you don't want it.
Honestly, it's been way too long since I've seen that from Fnatic. Like, I really miss it. I kind of want it back.
I think you're going to see it here. Not going to lie to you.
Even though
I was so confident in Fnatic winning this game, it wasn't even a question in my mind. And you know, I know the guys in the desk were saying, you know, they believe it's possible. I didn't for once believe there was any possibility of Winstrike taking this game.
Quick doing a really...
As I say that.
Yeah, I was going to say, thanks, Moses. Valina. Take it out, JW. That smoke again is really working wonders for them. So 3 on 4.
They might have to save.
They might just have to save. I mean, I don't know, they're going to have maybe 1 chance to get a good kill if that grenade had connected all the way and taken down Jimco. Maybe they would have been away. But now it just doesn't really seem possible. So, yeah, I would say even winning 4 in a row, probably not worth throwing away all these rifles. The bomb is just so quick in this particular round. Crims, missing the timing by just, what, a millisecond. That's going to get him killed. Same will be true for the rest.
Yeah.
So, Yeah. It's at OnFireMoses on Twitter if you want to direct your complaints to... Just beautiful, isn't it?
So as I was saying, Winstrike has some really cool things that can really allow them to win this game.
This is just so unreasonable.
Those fast-paced attack towards the A bomb site can really be effective. Nice round from Winstrike. Picking up the pace and not slowing, and yeah, that'll get you right back into it. Op out on Draken for the first time, and yeah, that's I really feel, I know it's like a weird thing where you win, I mean, Fnatic had a lot of money, really wanted to go for that retake, but it does feel like those rifles just went to waste.
That's one of those things where, for sure, if you had been watching, say, North or Astralis, you know what would have happened.
Yep. Especially when you consider the fact that because it happened so fast, those A defenders initially weren't able to even use their utility, so, I mean, Winstrike was able to pick up so many smokes, just repeatedly block things off. That's the nightmare scenario for Fnatic. This is a weird setup, I feel, with Draken has an AWP, but he's on the balcony at the A bomb site. Normally you're going to see an M4 here.
Yep, I agree. Might not be a problem, and they do have two over by Arch, so probably one of them is going to be pretty quick on the rotation. Smoke timing there, Crim still has a Molotov, and they are on the other side. Oh, if he keeps firing, they might come through, feeling the timing of it. They're going to be walking right through the smoke with almost no signal whatsoever. Flusher still gets the kill, taking down the leader, and that's a pretty good beginning now. 4 on 5. The bomb on the other side, and they need a quick bomb plant this time. Can't be in the same position as last time. Crims with a headshot on Quick coming through. Now it's a 3 on 5, and they're getting whittled down slowly. Some damage on Gimcore as well. Waterfall's going to win the fight against Crims. That's a big one, but they are low on health right now. 3 on 3 in the after plant, and they need to hold on to this round. Winstrike, they managed to steal that last one incredibly with the CSET 75s, and now they need to continue in order to stop this economy from the Fnatic side. And I must say, the Swedes are being a little bit slow in this retake. They wish they had probably just one grenade to block off maybe, well, any position right now would be helpful. Exist going to be charging on through, crouching in, getting that one, turning around, and good shots coming in, and Boomich taking down JW, and now they have no shot at doing it. Draken actually missing a big one there, and a blow-up as well. Pistol's going to do it, but the round will go to Winstrike. That's... I don't know, a little bit disappointing almost. I
felt like Fnatic had that one in the bag. Certainly, they had so many advantages. Obviously, that one kill on Crims was the turning point, where he swings out, he's all alone, and he gets the one kill, and he's traded off her right after the bomb goes down. Fnatic actually does a great job of finding a couple kills. That's the kill I was talking about right there. That's where it gets so much safe. Like you said, no utility to really flush him out, and great post-plant position, so even with a low HP, huge advantage to Winstrike. Op that was saved on Draken, and we've got a Zeus, we've got 2 Deagles, we've got a CZ on Exist. Not a lot of utility. Not investing in those smokes that we see so frequently in these kinds of rounds to kind of delay these hits. A lot of faith in Draken to be able to find you some advantages. Ooh.
Oh, JW, Valina, the grenade. He's gonna be... Oh no! Where did the lightning go, Moses? How did it disappear like that? Maybe he was wearing...
Rubber armor?
I actually don't think it matters, but... Not for this, Moses.
This is not Zelda.
Maybe he was inside of a Faraday cage, Moses. You up for some physics?
No, not in particular. Again, that's one of those conversations that's supposed to occur later in the evening.
Yeah, we can get there. We probably will. Flusher up on the coffins, trying to look over the smoke. It's not a bad idea, but no deal connection just yet. They do have a 3-man stack here, but again, Draken with that AWP. He's been fairly defensive, which... I don't know, I guess that kind of maybe is his style a little bit, but in a round like this, I wish you would have had, you know, this is where you need Execute, right, to just run through smokes.
I don't know, Draken has that reputation as well of being a little bit of a crazy opper. Good kill onto Crims, and that's the only player at Banana for Winstrike, so I mean, while they progress upon this A-bomb, so there's nothing Fnatic can do, and you have to respect this call out of them. They didn't save those rifles earlier, but Draken coming back with the AWP and just saying, you know what, I've got teammates here. They're falling quickly, but I'm going to save this op. A-bomb site is going to be clear. They're very happy, even though Quick goes down, that they know where the AWP is.
Yep.
And round's over.
Really good call out of Winstrike. You've got to appreciate that as well. Fnatic gave, well, they didn't give away, but they sort of got robbed in that CSET 75 round. Really important that Winstrike don't give that round back later on by some, walking into a stack at the B bomb site or anything like that. So it may seem relatively simple, but they avoided all of that danger, and that's just a good job. I like that. So 3-4, and Winstrike starting to get back into the game a bit more. Their economy slowly building, and they're only losing one person in this round, and Fnatic just need to recompose themselves a little bit.
Yeah, and I think they should go back. That previous gun round that we saw Winstrike kind of just march up to the B bomb site. Winstrike was able to get banana control. I forget which player it was. I almost want to say Jimka for some reason. Was able to get top banana past that car and sandbags very early on. So they had control of banana for the majority of that round. So when they do come back, they can just march up B pretty much with no cares in the world. They know it's all clear. So here we go. M4s. AWP on Draken still. He's got a lot of money in the bank. So does Exist has a decent amount as well.
Do you have a tweet that you could read out, Moses, from one of the fans? It's called Sean Gaz.
He's our biggest fan. He messages us a lot. It's weird.
Yeah, he says if we call him a rat one more time, he's gonna go with Hellraisers.
It's an affectionate term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We'll give him those autographs he's been asking for later, and
don't you worry, Sean.
It'll be all fine.
We've got you. Round number 8 here, and the scoreline is very close. 1 round lead for Fnatic, 4-3. And pretty good mid-control here for Winstrike. No banana control yet. We'll see if they want to retake it later on. It could be a little bit dangerous if you don't retake banana at all on the T side, or at least show your presence there. Right now, it's maybe not going to harm them that much because Fnatic have decided for a 1 man there and then 4 at the A-bomb site. See, the timing has almost disappeared now for Winstrike. Very aggressive for Exist.
That's a very bold peek as well. He even stopped in that gap to take a couple more shots at the angle. 4 players here, though, with Crims at the half wall, so Draken's going to have a job to do. He's completely blind. He's got a teammate over towards Arches. That's Flusha. He's going to get the first kill. The off's going to peek again, but oh, this is great. Flusha holding off so well, keeping space in front of Draken, allowing time for him to get unblinded. Bomb is picked up, but where can you go from here? At this point now, it's Crims who has to be put on notice to say, I have to be careful. Someone is going to come back to at least check this, and it's the op.
Oh, I would love to see this whole round from Valina's point of view, because I feel like there was a chance there. Big one open here, and Jimka taking down Flusher, and just like that, it's a 3-on-3, but only 24 seconds. So they've got the bomb site, that's great, but one mistake here. Waterfalls is holding it long range with the AWP. And around the corner, Draken, he knows it's going to be dangerous. Flashbang over the building, still peeks right into it, and that's an easy shot. Exist getting the one, and that's the bomb down with 8 seconds. And that's it. There's no chance. That is a horrible way for Winstrike to lose a round. They actually had done that very well.
What a shot from Exist on Waterfalls with the AWP. He had to get that kill. I thought Waterfalls, he's in the perfect position to hold off all those rotations. You could see it on that first kill. He's preventing anyone from coming over. But Fnatic is lucky to get away with that one. Flusha goes back for more. Yeah, instant double tap. Beautiful from Exist. And I mean, they didn't really have, you can't really rely on a flashbang in that scenario to do too much work. So the fact that, I mean, Exist just kind of had to bait his teammate and let him die there. I don't think Winstrike expected a second player, but as you said, the time running out, they didn't really have a chance, but just to try and cross in that moment.
And now holding top banana, flashbang to force him off the angle. He did do it, Moses.
I know, why'd he do that?
You tried to warn him.
You could just see it in the way he was shoulder peeking that. He really wanted to go back for it. That flashbang, though, I mean, once that AWPer has the angle, it's so tough. I mean, I think we saw Fallen kind of challenge it and win that yesterday, but it's not going to happen every single time. Man advantage for Winstrike. Flusha again with this UMP. He's been playing well with it.
It's almost like there were other options. I don't know if Draken had another HE, but Crim certainly has one, so they could have, just
down
said,
deep,
yeah,
peek with that.
Just said, all right, we'll do like 40 damage to you, and then you can have the angle, but it's going to cost you a little bit. Well, great hindsight. So Draken out of the round, a little bit unfortunate, and neither of these teams have an economy to really start losing rounds right now.
Neither of these teams have the economy to be playing 4-on-5. Look at how they're cheating over towards the B bomb side. This is the wrong call to make. JW, he's all alone here, and just one player applying so much pressure. Oh, there's the walkout. He can get so much more with this. A contact play might allow Fnatic to get back into the round. They're starting to get forced back. JW's doing a great job. He's doing everything he possibly can.
Yeah, moving up. He doesn't want to get trapped in the corner. He doesn't know if anyone's coming in for quad right now. It's a little bit of a delayed right one, and only 17 seconds again. Winstrike, the time left here could be a big problem, but Boomich and Waterfalls coming up with some big kills there, taking down JW and Exist, and now Flusher, the only one left on the bomb side. Oh my god, hiding and waiting. One more second. Can they pick up the bomb? No, I don't think they could do it. I don't think there's enough time for the plan. It's going to be incredibly close, and Fnatic will win it just in the last millisecond. That's back-to-back rounds where Winstrike run out of time. How much more can you keep doing? I mean, that is surely going to eat up the team's morale really quickly.
Yeah, this timing is going to hurt. I think they're obviously going to be happy that they're getting into these situations, but really, really bummed that they can't find a way to get into the bomb site. JW held off that entire team just by reputation, just by fear of JW, fear of Fnatic, the fact that no one even attempted to trade that kill properly.
Yeah.
No one actually attacked him, and obviously you can't know that he's the only player there, but someone's got to put more pressure on him. You can't just let him survive. Fast towards Banana. Crims is here. He gets that opening kill. Can't get away from Waterfalls, who's doing a great job with the EMP. Nade coming in is going to take him out. And Flusher going to continue to challenge forward. Eats a nade by himself and just relentless from both sides.
Please, Flusher, just... I mean, there's no reason to. Seems like absolute craziness. Good return with the grenade. That was all he needed, basically. At that point, just leave the rest alone. You've got the 4-on-3, and they still do. But Fnatic really, really need to think about the economy right now. Those couple of rounds for Winstrike where they run out of time are really hurting them. If they can survive this round with 3 or 4 people alive on the Fnatic team and win it, then it's going to be 7-3, and Winstrike will be, deep in the hole.
We're in the midst of one of those battles at this stage in the half where it still is undecided which way the pendulum is going to swing, and if we're going to have a blowout of a half. If Fnatic can actually sustain through this, they might just be able to rack up the scoreline. Here's that peek and a great headshot. Jimka showing off some skills with the AWP, and Exist now has got to fight in fire.
Pushing into the corner. They have a little bit of suspicion. That's a great friendly flashbang coming in for Exist. He can't follow it up, so Boomich will still take him down. 24 seconds trying to get the bomb plant. JW going to come running right through, spraying, and that's the bomb. Even before it goes down, and he does it again, right through the smoke. And Jimka not ready for it. That's the JW we do love to see. And 7-3. That's going to stop the bomb plant from going down, and Winstrike out of money. This is a really, really big turn in the first half.
That was a huge round for Fnatic to be able to take, especially denying the bomb plant, preventing that extra $800. You never know what that might have actually convinced Winstrike they could purchase in this round. Should be an easier time for Fnatic in this, but remember, what got Winstrike started on that 3-round streak was a win with Deagles and CZs, so Fnatic's got to be careful. But my lord, that battle, about 5 or 6 rounds, Fnatic just barely hangs on and just completely blind as Flusha. He goes down for free.
Yeah, don't really want to do it again, Moses. We've had one of these rounds. If you can keep your mouth shut and not talk about Fnatic's easy road to a victory.
Why is it like this? Why have I never learned to control this power? It's too much responsibility for one man.
You would be making Alex stay, wouldn't you, though? Maybe that's worth it. Maybe it's worth it.
It's not.
Draken just baiting a little bit for Exist. Oh, that's a good shot. And if they try and chase him down, at least one good return. But oh my god, quick taking down Exist. Not at all what they were expecting. This round slightly falling apart. Crims now holding at the coffins. And I mean, he's going to have to do this on his own. JW is so far away.
And not only is he a 1-on-3, but he has to read the fact that it's likely coming here. I think the benefit of this play from Crims, there's no smoke picked up on Winstrike.
Yeah, but that could also backfire. I mean, the smoke would at least give him the warning, right? Now, how late is it going to be before he realizes, I don't even know how to call this one?
I expected him to go all the way around and at least have eyes on it, but he's just being passive. He knows the B-split is a possibility, so he's got to respect that, got to get in a reasonable safety. And now, how aggressive does he want to get? He would love to find one kill before JW gets here, and he's going to find it. Quick out in the open. He's going to challenge for more. He's got Jimka and keeps spraying. Boomich down low, and he's going to go for the challenge. That might have been the only chance he had, and I like that play from Boomich.
Yeah, up at the high ground here. JW, big of a challenge. Instant headshot. That's incredibly well done. 1 versus 2 for Boomich. Winning a critical round here for the Winstrike team. So 4-7. That, I mean, Crims did everything right in that one, but you could see, and if JW had been, instead of running towards the bomb side, I mean, he couldn't have known this, but if he'd been ready, then Boomich would have been dead in a second, peeking in towards CT spawn. What a crazy first half here.
Yeah, but you have to respect it. Boomich is just saying, listen, I have low HP. I have to try and just peek and get aggressive and catch JW off guard on the rotation. And either way, he does it with his positioning after the fact. Fnatic just crippled by the fact that they've lost 2 rounds now against these pistols. Winstrike doing a great job, and just part of it is none of the kills for Fnatic in that round were clean, right? Like that defense on the wrap side, Draken misses a shot. He does get one, but the fact that he went back for a second just made him way too exposed to the next player swinging. Exist took too long to get that first kill, and the second player is able to adjust and react accordingly. Fnatic not looking as sharp as you'd like. I had this team pegged coming into this event as a dark horse, this Fnatic side, because we've seen some good things before the player break from them improving and getting better.
Yeah, they definitely were. Started to feel a little bit of that old Fnatic spirit creeping back into the team. Could still just be sort of the early and slow start. It is kind of rough when you're coming into the legend stage and you get to play one best of one to prove yourself, and then
yeah, but you don't get to have a slow start. You're 0-1, facing a match that you are massively favored to win, even despite the struggles you had in the first round. You cannot afford to lose this if you're Fnatic.
He's just waiting behind the smoke. He wishes that they'd come through.
Coming over.
Yeah, so the timing window is closing really quickly for Winstrike right now. We said they can't afford to walk into a stack earlier. They might be doing it right now. A bit of a peek and an instant headshot. Jimka low on health in 25 seconds. If they want to do this, oh, they're going to walk right into it. Everybody's here with 20 seconds. This could be another heartbreaking round for Winstrike. They are going to be able to get the kill. Valina opening up an assist, but they're running out of time really quickly. Just Crims left, and they get every single kill they needed. That is really, really well done on the T side. That could have gone horribly wrong, but bomb plant down, and now it's a 1-on-4 here, so they make their way through and will be winning a 5th round.
Just can't find any frags. This is so weird. They're not able to complete any of these kills. Look at the HP. Jimka at 9, 1 HP on Valina. Quick at 32. They had the opportunities. The stack presented them a couple players not even looking in that direction. And I guess Crims, all you can really do is hope you're going to take some weapons away. But bless it all, we've got ourselves a game.
Yeah, they've really opened this up. And look at the Fnatic economy. We could actually...
They fully invested in that previous round.
So we could go from having a fairly awful-looking first half for Winstrike to suddenly one that's great.
Every time Fnatic's been about to really run away with this game, remember it was what, 4-0 I think it was, as they were building up some money earlier on. Winstrike wins a save round 3 in a row, with Fnatic finally stabilizing after that 3rd win, and then Winstrike wins a CZ round.
Yeah. So kind of a little bit unforgivable almost. I mean, good couple of grenades. Did they catch Draken running there? I think they did. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Just getting the timing down perfect.
Don't see that every day.
We've seen it tried, I think, a fair bit, but it's not a bad idea.
Well, the nades are used there to obviously prevent like an AWPer from peeking, right? Just dissuading any kind of aggression in that area.
Well, he was spotted making the jump, right? So the AWP tried to flick him and then presumably calls that out for the people in second mid, so it's a pretty sweet idea. This is an easy cleanup round. Winstrike not really giving much back, even if Fnatic have offered them a couple of helping hands in the first half here. It will be a 6th round for the Winstrike team, 6-7 now. And moving into the very late stage of the first half, round number 14 coming up, and they can buy, yeah, but it's kind of a miserable buy. I mean, especially if we look at the equipment or the utility.
It's not ideal. It's not what you'd like. No. If you're a Fnatic fan.
I'm worried about the 3 people without hand armor when there's that Mac 10 in play.
Flush has been using the UMP, I feel like, for a lot of this game. 11 kills so far for him. He's leading the way for Fnatic. It's crazy because we've talked about this as, you know, Fnatic could have such a huge lead if they hadn't lost those 2 force buy rounds. If you look at it from the other direction and you look at Winstrike and you just say, Winstrike could have such a huge lead if they didn't let the time run out on those 2 rounds. Like, think about that. Yeah. They kind of had those rounds almost won. A brilliant play from Exist. And the other one is Flush at just killing the bomb planter.
Yeah, that's a good point. So maybe it all evens out at the end.
Yeah.
JW, now there's Draken, I think, coming back, but otherwise he was kind of alone. Now he's kind of alone again. This is swapping out. This is dangerous.
Fnatic just seems, I don't want to say afraid or scared, but they seem like they don't know exactly what's coming. They do not seem comfortable on this map.
Yeah, too much shuffling about, right? Like, you know, you need to have these positions down. If you get pushed when you're sort of walking back and forth and swapping around at library, that could just be the end of the round really quickly. Oh, and he just pulls out the grenade as they're going to jump him down. He gets the FAMAS back out again for a big double kill. So huge. That could have gone awfully wrong once again. He gets back around the corner, the Molotov. He can put it out with a smoke, so good movement. Then actually a bit of a gap there for him as well, so stabilized for the minute. Still 35 seconds left in this one. Jimka trying to see if he can take over CT spawn. Flusher in a very odd angle. Who could have seen that coming? I'd be very angry.
That is a very dirty, very typical Flusher angle. He's going to be upset about that one. Valina coming out of these apartments trying to duel JW. Flusher over-aggressive, but a leg shot for Waterfalls. That's equally frustrating. And now Valina's just got to fall away. 8 seconds left on the clock. Nice hold from Fnatic. It was just barely, as you said, with JW, and unfortunately, as they come out of those balcony, JW had the wrong time with utility out.
Oh, and they even lose that one, so
yeah, Exist paid for that kind of mistiming for JW, but able to hold on.
They do have a lot of money for this 15th round, so I guess losing the rifle absolutely makes no difference here, so yeah, the timing for JW is, I mean, that almost cost them everything.
Yep. Losing Pit would have been a disaster. 8-6. Fnatic got to fight through one other full buy just to get to 9. Winstrike was able to build up a lot of cash in that win streak, and Fnatic, this is one of the rare times we've seen them with a full investment of everything. Everyone has kits, everyone's got utility, they've got the AWP.
Oh, Jimka actually challenging the top banana there. Good return kill, but is it going to be worth it for Fnatic here? Losing Flusher, big problem. You can see them already rotating, breaking on over. They know they have to reinforce this bomb site a little bit. That's incredibly aggressive and a nice kill.
They have to reinforce it, not necessarily because Crims is alone, but because he has no utility. At this point, I think if there's some quiet in Banana for a while, this is one of those scenarios where you get Draken posted up, maybe on the half wall, maybe wherever he feels comfortable, and you have Crims rotate back towards the A bomb site. They're just going to play deeper in the site, but again, if you leave Crims here, he's got no smoke, he's got no Molotov. So you're putting a lot of faith in him to be able to just out-duel and win Winstrike. 50 seconds as they just get the bomb back towards T-spawn. They've had so many rounds where the clock became their enemy, they don't want to do it here on this last one.
Nope. Twice is enough. Don't need a third surprise here. JW very close, alone. I mean, we saw some of the other teams playing Inferno. They would retake top mid with 3 or 4 people, but walking through the smoke a lot. Oh, he's just hiding inside. This is so crazy. He does get 1 kill, but traded immediately and leaving Exist alone at the bomb site. Again, 23 seconds here.
He's not even in the bomb site. That's the crazy thing. Exists. He can't actually defend anything. He's got to move forward, but he's going to fall back. They're going to have to trust and play for this retake, but Crims is so far away. Winstrike getting basically a free avenue into this bomb site. A little bit of damage, but they're going to be so happy with that.
Yeah, this definitely seems like a big misread for the Fnatic team. Bomb goes down. Excellent kill for Drake, and that's so important for Waterfalls. Or the kill on Waterfalls, at least. Quick and Valina, 2-on-3, and still a chance for the Swedish team to get that 9th round on the board after a couple of mistakes in this round. A little bit of damage output. Quick's got a great angle. Oh, and almost misses up the timing there a little bit, but now he's fighting and doing all the damage he needs to. That grenade, is it going to catch Draken? Not quite. Still a 2-on-2, and this is looking good. The Molotov on him, though, he's going to go down. Valina, the last one left, and he's being attacked from 2 angles. Does get the one. Oh my god, the follow-up. That's beautiful. Valina getting the last one. Incredible flicking. 5 health left, 7-8. And Winstrike going to end up having a great first half. I'm really impressed.
I don't know what I am yet. I'm a little bit shell-shocked at the moment. Not the Fnatic I expected to come out. I expected them to be way stronger holding on to some of these rounds, but yes. Very well, yeah.
You assisted in their downfall. All the Fnatic fans are going to be tweeting at you.
Apparently. Do you think that is going to take my jersey away?
Yeah, I mean, it should, right? Maybe they could. Maybe you could get one, but it says Trader on the back.
What's that? What's that meme of like the kid's head like rotating and flying through space? Why does it look like Winstrike have like their jersey is that meme?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody could, with Photoshop skills, could help us out. So, round number 16, second half coming up here. Velina with a classic jump to just look into second. They actually go and check all the way out. They don't even just jump high, yeah.
Oh. It's a reset of the round.
Fair play.
All right.
Guess we...
Jump the gun, perhaps?
Yeah, maybe we did. I don't know. Bit of time to talk things through. See if you could come up with anything really cool for the pistol round. I'm so confused about... I feel like Fnatic... Because the problem they were having yesterday was just even getting kills on the board, right?
Yeah.
Like, they were looking very, very slow. I feel like they've been sort of doing a better job now, but... They're making some rudimentary mistakes that you don't really want to see out of them.
It feels like a lack of confidence. I'm not going to lie to you. When I see some of those rotations and some of those kinds of plays, is just not feeling super comfortable with kind of the course of action, or that they know what's coming next. They feel like they don't have a good read of not only their opponents but of what their teammates are going to do. So something curious going on at the moment that means that these guys are not all on the same page, in my mind. 8-7, a very narrow lead, and I don't know if that was enough. Nope, the headsets are coming on. Oh, they're going back on.
Just bait it out a little bit.
Yeah. But typical Draken.
Yeah, gotta be careful with that. Don't want the headsets to come off.
Hand warmer.
Also important. Oh, we do have one. They're sorting it out, Moses. They're getting back into it.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the platypi? Is this the moment where you choose to give us the tidbit of information?
Do we have the time for it?
I don't know.
Maybe we do.
How long do you need, Anders?
A little bit of time. Yeah, like an hour or so, I think we'll probably do it.
I don't think you're going to get... I don't think we're going to get an hour out of it.
I'll tell you what, though. The first time that the Western world came into contact with them, because obviously they live in Australia and stuff like that. The British Museum of like Natural History or something, they thought it was a joke. They thought it was somebody that had stitched different animals together as like a prank. They didn't even believe it was a real animal. It's
got the bill of a duck or something like that.
Yeah, and it's got like
a tail of like an otter.
Yeah. And you know
it's got like clawed feet.
Yeah, and you know that bill is the really cool part of it.
Okay.
They eat shrimp, Moses, freshwater shrimp. They live in rivers, and when they hunt for the shrimp, they close their eyes, so they can't see anything.
So playing with a handicap.
Playing with a handicap. Right. And here's how they catch the shrimp anyway. This is the cool part. This is the part you'll love.
Tell me they have a frog tongue.
No, their bill has. It has 3 different kinds of receptors. One that detects electricity, one that detects mechanical movement, and one that detects both. And when the shrimp makes a movement, their muscles release electricity, and the bill will pick up the electricity. It'll then measure the lag between the electric input and the wave of the actual movement, and it makes a map in its mind about where the shrimp is based on those 2 informations. It's incredibly cool. It's like a bat, except for with sound, it uses
movement and electricity.
Movement and electricity. That's how cool the platypus is. So never, ever make fun of them again, Moses. They're incredible.
When did you hear me make fun of the platypus?
I could sense a sort of slight condescension in your voice. I'm very nervous about these things.
No, because every time I think of a platypus... Well, I did see a platypus when I was in Australia. I went to the zoo. They have a couple there. So they are pretty cool. I have a video of it on my phone.
Do you know the males have sort of needles on their back legs, or like they can stab you, and it's incredibly painful, and it can't be helped with pain medicine either.
So there's like some kind of a venom or a poison or something.
Yeah, it works directly on the pain receptors. So no matter how much morphine you get, it's just not going to make any difference.
Even morphine is useless against.
Yep,
wow.
It makes no difference.
That's
so
wild.
Just a very cool animal. Now you guys know. I know you tune in to hear this, and you got your money's worth.
Tuning into Fnatic and Winstrike, and you've got platypi. We do need to figure out if it's platypus or platypi.
Yeah, somebody's going to have to help us out.
Every time I think of that animal, I think of the opening of the movie Dogma.
That is a good movie.
Because he has that whole paragraph about the platypi.
Yeah.
Because the movie's about God, obviously, and he talks about the platypi as like the joke of God, since it's just a weird animal.
Hey, it is not a joke. It's incredible.
Well, I know, as I've learned now. I'm sure Kevin Smith has learned since then.
I know it from reading a book by Richard Dawkins called The Ancestor's Tale, which is an incredible book. Or I think his best book, actually. So cool. Maybe that and Selfish Gene, but I read that too. It's good.
Okay.
Definitely people should check all that stuff out. In the break, maybe. You could probably get it on an audiobook somewhere. It's a good time.
Just to update the viewers, there is some the technical issue is nothing wrong with the game client, nothing wrong with the PCs. It's that there are other things going on in the venue at the moment, and there is some noise that is leaking into the players that they complain about at halftime. I know last week they had a couple weddings.
They had an Indian wedding going on.
And they had like a whole DJ set or something wild.
Yeah, I have to. I was a little bit jealous because I usually think of weddings as being kind of slightly dull affairs, but this sounded incredible. It sounded like they were having a great time. So,
yeah, I feel like that would be a fun wedding to go to. I think we should have crashed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
A stranger's wedding.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's the entire point of crashing a wedding, right?
Sure. I mean,
haven't you ever seen the movie?
I think I probably have. I think I erased it from my memory, but there's only so much. I need to make room for facts about
platypus facts.
Octopi too. Yeah, it's that kind of stuff. That keeps me up at night.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would. A animal with a claw that works directly on the pain receptors that morphine can't help would certainly creep me out.
Yeah, don't want to pick them up.
Are they aggressive creatures?
I really doubt it. I don't know for sure,
but they don't seem like an aggressive animal.
I feel like they are. I feel like the aggressive animals in Australia are going to be, what are they called? The Tasmanian devils. I guess they're from Tasmania, but still. Those are very. Have you seen those?
Yes, we did see one.
Aggressive.
We did see one. I have some cool pictures of one like yawning, but it looks like it's about to kill you. So that's pretty sweet. It's
quite funny. How do they just evolve to be that angry all of the time? Nobody knows.
I don't think they're actually angry though. I think they just look that way.
You sure?
No, I'm not. I'm not sure.
We'll get Chad to help us out at some point. I'm sure he must know.
They have a couple super cute animals down in Australia as well. Like I know they're known for all like the poisonous spiders and snakes and sharks and everything and the jellyfish and stuff. But I think it's called like a kokwa, something like that.
I haven't been there ever.
Yeah.
So I should go.
You should go. Shoeys are great.
I've seen Chad do one of those on video, I believe. So you know, maybe when we move it to the Wembley Stadium, we could get some of that going.
Get some shoeys on the board.
Yeah, even though we're in the UK.
It looks like they're sitting up. We're getting some massages, some shoulder rubs, some let's go boys. Here we are. So I think we might be underway pretty soon, as it would look, just from, you know, I have the same information all of you have. Fnatic on the other hand.
See Crim's putting in his in-ears. It's looking promising. You can feel it coming. Can't be doing that much longer. But obviously, it is kind of important to have just a bit of quiet, even with the headsets on, right? You don't want to...
What do you think Crim said? They had the conversation yesterday that Fnatic has, like, no hype man. Crim's just looked down the line and said something. If you had to narrate.
I
feel like he said, you know, boys, let's wreck that ass.
Something like that. I do feel like, because they're Swedish, like, the kind of humor that's going to be going on is going to be, like, a little bit underplayed.
Okay.
I do feel like the lack of a hype man can just be explained by the fact that they're Swedish and that, you know, a little bit laid back.
The crazy thing is, like, they've never needed it before, so it didn't seem like they were really missing anything, right?
Well, you said you had a throwaway comment, I think yesterday, where you sort of said, well, the thing that would maybe motivate them in the past, that they were, you know, public enemy number one, right?
Yeah.
And I actually think that does make a certain amount of sense, right? Like, if everybody hates you, maybe you do have that feeling that, you know what, we're going to prove them all wrong, and that's going to be the thing that we're fighting for.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe the public after a while has kind of softened up a little bit to them. I mean, it was a ridiculous reason why they hated them anyway.
Well, there were like 8 reasons, right? They were mostly like 7 of them at the very least.
I was going to say, because I remember, I mean, I think especially the thing that really upset me was like the whole handshaking thing.
Yeah,
that lasted for like years. And I remember at one point I actually talked to Forrest and Get Right, which obviously were the victims of not having their hands shook. It's kind of ridiculous. But I remember I talked to them and they just said, listen, I mean, like, we didn't even think about it. Like 2 months later, it was like, you know, the community would just hold on to.
Well, and like they apologized like immediately afterwards, and they were like, yeah, we don't really care about that anymore.
It's a little bit out of control.
It did get a little bit weird, but so is this game as we go live into the second half. 5 seconds left into the pistol round, and this is Fnatic gonna have to win 8 on the T side, which is kind of crazy to think about. If they want to be able to take this map, they're gonna have to really have economic control if they don't want to go to overtime.
Jinko peeking in, that's an instantaneous headshot. Draken, I mean, he just didn't even see what touched him. Quick now on the bomb site. He does have backup. Waterfalls is inside of the bomb site waiting, so they still have 2 people here. But Fnatic, they're going to put up that smoke, and that's usually a signal that you've committed to it, especially in a pistol. Shot down to 13, and they're trying to hunt him down. Waterfalls, he was, I think, trying to buy a bit of time, hoping that they weren't going to check it, but they did. And that just might be the round here. 3 on 4, very, very hard to retake. I'd be shocked if Winstrike could get back in this round.
Especially because Crims is going to be far back. He's got that P250 as well. They've got to travel a long way. There's the first kill. Flusha goes for the peak, and that's actually a pretty critical spot because JW, he's out in the open. He's only got that very small pillar, and all of a sudden they're doing it, Anders. They're coming back into this, and Exist has to hold on. Crims now turned around. Great kill for Exist, and a follow-up. The low HP right at the end. Boomich needed to do something. But Fnatic gave them the opportunity to get back into that round, and they cannot do that throughout this half.
Yeah, absolutely they did. I could have got horribly wrong. They win the pistol round on the second half, and that should give them some room to work with. Although, look at Jimka. He's picked up already the UMP. There's a Max 7 there as well. They are heavily armed.
Yeah, they really are for a second round. They want to fight for it. Only Waterfall staying back. The Alper wants to keep as much money in the bank. If you go to the wrong spot, if you run into that shotgun at close range and holes perhaps, you can be in for a very rough time. Quick dodges most of that damage. Molotov gonna force him away. Yeah, shotgun in boiler on Velina. Jimka has that UMP. Nice nade. Quick should eat a lot of damage on that one. That's beautiful.
Yeah, free damage, almost no risk.
They still haven't used a smoke though, this CT side. They've got 2 here at the B bomb site, and they're holding on to it, and that's pretty crazy. It's not bad. For all this pressure and all the presence, and even the smoke towards CT, haven't responded with anything.
I mean, if you do this, you kind of know you have to put down one of them at like 40 seconds, and then hope that they're waiting out on banana, and then when it fades, you put down the second one, and then they're in trouble, right? But it has to be that late almost for it to make sense. Quick has used his now, so might be a mistiming. I think no matter what, almost they can wait it out. Fnatic.
No, I mean it was a fine timing because look, I mean Fnatic called everyone back, so they actually have those 4 players stuck behind the smoke. That's a beautiful kill from JW. That's going to make things really difficult because Quick doesn't know which side he wants to go on. Here's that UMP though, close up inside the smoke. Boomich with a 1 kill. That's JW aggressively attacking the A bomb site. He was way deep in, wasn't even trying to circle around this bomb site. Spam coming through, 30 seconds, jumping through. There's the CZ. Plenty of bullets left, but they've got to get in here. Rotation is on the way, and Fnatic, if they want to go, it has to be now. And they do take him out. It was costly. This nade could do something, but never mind. Crims with a side swipe.
Again, that was looking maybe more hesitant than we're used to out of Fnatic. It just sort of, you could see them stepping back and forth inside of the smoke there. They obviously couldn't know it was just one person with a CC on the other side, and they were probably scared that it was going to be, you know, 2 or 3 or whatever it may have been.
Yep.
So still, they make it work. They only lose 2. It's just fine. 10-7 here. And they cannot buy on the Winstrike side yet.
That's the start they needed as well.
Yeah. That
investment from Winstrike, a heavy investment in the second round. So outside of the AWP, everyone else is going to have their M4s, but are going to be missing some utility. So if you're Fnatic and you realize you need to have an economic advantage once the guns come out, that's exactly what you want. You want to overcome that obstacle early on so that you can do the harsh reset in round 4 when the rifles do come out. A lot of chit-chat going on the Winstrike side as they take a tactical timeout. It's come to an end.
Funny time to take a tactical timeout when you can't buy anything. I mean, you could obviously prepare for the upcoming round if you really wanted to, but
they didn't take one in the first half though, right? So they've got one to burn. I feel you have 4 timeouts in one half.
Yeah.
Use one.
Relina's got a Soust. Moses, we still haven't seen the idea of the run boost Soust, which is a dream of mine. I might have to make a video about that.
That would be cool. The problem is you need to know exactly where someone is to do it properly, don't you?
Yeah. There are some obstacles, Moses, if you want to be critical.
It's not a perfect idea.
Always with the negativity.
I still think, who was it that did that jumping one? Was that at Stockholm? That was so cool. Was that Big that did that?
That was Crystal, wasn't it?
Oh, Crystal.
I want to say.
That was maybe the coolest entry kill you'll ever see in Counter.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Oh, yes! There we are.
There's the... That sounds like someone stepped on a seagull, doesn't it? What is happening?
Well, the bomb is back in T-spawn.
Oh no, why is it?
Here's a wild thing. In a cost-cutting decision from the Fnatic Corp, Exist has a Glock.
Yeah, and there's an AK picked up now on Valina. I mean, this is very odd. Someone's going to have to get that bomb. Good hiding in the corner, and then actually Sid does get the kill, so somehow they make this work anyway. It's a very messy round, but we got the return of the seagull. It's not bad.
I still don't know what that sound is supposed to be.
No, I feel like if you got tasered, you'd make almost no sound, right? Because you'd just be...
Muzzle seize up.
You'd just be cramping,
But that
right?
wouldn't be fun.
No, you don't want to make it too realistic either, do you? So maybe it makes sense. I don't want them to change
Maybe
it.
that should be the... If we ever get caster voice packs, it's nothing except for each of us imitating the Zeus sound. And you just randomly get someone screaming.
Listen, Moses, if we do that, we'll sue you and record it, and then we'll... I think that's a really good idea, Moses.
So, I don't want to go into detail of this, but I played that game in college already. It's not as fun as you'd think.
That's why we're doing it.
Waterfalls in middle.
3 of them up in apartments really early on. They might just want to jump on this. This could be just a pure timing hit, and actually, one good flashbang could ruin this whole round for Winstrike. Let's see how it works out. Boomich already going down. That is a big opening. They're down in the pit as well. Valina with a good refrag on Exist. But the bomb is down there, and look at where JW is holding. So far from the rest of the team. That could be kind of hard to read.
I think Fnatic have to be so confused about what kind of a defense exactly Winstrike is running, and I think they might want to save. Oh, that op's going to go down on the floor. Yeah, this has to be a save from Winstrike. There's no chance of them getting back into it. No kits, there's smoke and flashbang, but what can you really do? Flush is going to find one more. They would love to save that op. It's just not going to happen.
He's covering it. JW. That's great individual play, right? So a position that's so forward compared to the rest of the Fnatic team that they just aren't ready for it.
Winstrike was so confused. Even when that hit came in from Fnatic, they got the 3 players out of those halls. Winstrike still had no concept of what was occurring. They were actually trying to rotate Winstrike, that 3rd defender, over towards the B bomb site. And unfortunately, Winstrike has played directly into their hands. Not only losing this round, but all 3 of those players who could have saved, even maybe the op if they wanted to be bold with the save call and really early on, but they all went for it from different locations, and they all just fell one by one. And that's exactly what Fnatic wants, take all the money away. And now the avenue's open for Fnatic to take this pretty cleanly in the second half. Not to, you know, using my powers for evil again, but...
Moses, if they end up winning this round, Winstrike, we're just going to mute the microphone on your end, and we'll see if we can get a regular game out of it after that. They do have some upgraded pistols and some armor being picked up and a bunch of smokes as well. Winstrike must be feeling the pressure by now. Just losing that pistol. They are going to get the kill on JW, and they don't even want to stick around to try and steal the AK away. And look at who's in the middle. Waterfalls trying to make his model as small as possible, not showing the tip of that gun. Oh, assist. This is so dangerous. Going to be back around the corner, and Crims is ready for it.
Oh, Waterfall's going to be so frustrated. Here are the reload and the footsteps, and he wanted the backstab exist, and Crims just pops up.
That's not a bad grenade at all. He got boosted into the grenade. With friends like this, Moses, you don't really need enemies, do you?
There's a lot of friends here at this bomb site. And this is going to be a nice play date. Here we go. Flush up, coming in first with that UMP. Hasn't spotted anyone. 2 players in the back corners, not exposing themselves. Smoke used. There goes Quick. Very much checking everything Fnatic. They know the danger and they don't want to drop the ball. There's that boost coming to play, but it's a 2-on-3.
Yeah, the bomb will be going down, and they tried to see if they could maybe prize them just at the end. Not going to happen. 13-7, and Winstrike investing a bit into that round, so still going to be able to buy now. And this is, I mean, we're getting close to this being their last chance, right? At 13-7, they need to start winning rounds here.
And they need to win one clean as well. Even if they win this and just 1 or 2 players survive, Fnatic's still going to have their backs against the ropes. Tactical timeout for Fnatic as they talk things over.
6-round gap. And Fnatic having great beginnings to these both these halves, right?
Yeah, 4-0 in the first half, 5-0 in the second one. Winstrike still being blanked on their defensive side. They have been in that monetary nightmare. Crims 17 kills, Flusha with 18. On the side it's still Boomich with 15, and so is Valina actually. But who's going to get them on the board on this defensive side? Who's going to make the play? Now you don't have Flush on a UMP, you have all AKs and that AWP on Draken.
Waterfall's running to the middle with the AWP. Does walk up pretty far, but the flashbang's gonna make him take a step back. Draken standing on top of the fire end. That could have almost cost him his life. Now he's probably a little bit worried. He still picks up the kill on Jim Curran.
Fair play.
Yeah, jump up, does spot it out. That does not work out, but Boomich is going to be going down on the other side.
Yeah, only Simple hits that jumping shot. There's Waterfalls, misses it. There's still 2 players in here, though, and I don't think they're going to be ready for this. They might have heard Quick dropping, and Exist is completely blind, coming through the smoke. There goes the AWP. The bomb is down inside the smoke. No ammo, though, and Crims was waiting for that. Ready for it the whole time. Smokes up in the choke points, and Crims, we have to be very careful while he rounds the corner. It won't even matter. Immediate headshot. What a kill from Draken. That sending the flames, blind, nades coming everywhere, and you're really just... It is one of those things where you just trust your life to God and just hope someone walks into the crosshair and he gets it.
Yeah, really well done.
It's a simple shot, obviously, if there's no utility in front of you. The utility makes it so difficult to stay focused.
Yeah, you could very easily panic and just, I mean, even just seeing what's going on there could be a little bit tricky. Oh, the
fancy footwork?
Yeah, not sure it makes a difference. Triple grenade. A lot of money for maybe not that much of a return. JW will be winning that fight. That could have gone badly. Never know when people are stumbling down the stairs.
Crim's just patient. That aggression towards JW is a sign that maybe they want to put some emphasis here. And this is more like the Fnatic we know. Look at Flusha starting to just challenge. Confident to just walk in slowly and see what he finds. Crims and JW do need to get that bomb and start coming back, and Flusha definitely saw that. He's peering around the edge of the smoke. That's good. Oh my god, he lost that somehow. Nicely done from Jimko. Waterfalls, he's going to be able to cut them off. Crims, though, waiting. He's so surrounded, and he has the bomb. You're trusting Crims to do a lot, and he's managing it well, waiting for the follow-up peek and just taking Valina out at the legs.
Think of how awkward that could have got right there if he had somehow given up the bomb and they could have got the AK as well. They make it out, and that will be round number 15 here for Fnatic. Quick has got an AK-47, and it's much better for him to back it out and just try and keep it alive here. So Winstrike, I mean, they did such a great job keeping it alive and getting back in and even having a good first half, and the second half has been nothing like that.
No, which is wild. Fnatic has been on point here. Maybe whatever Crims did end up saying is they seem to be more willing to take fights in this half than they were previously. Way more comfortable with what they're doing across the map.
Some Swedish magic being some old scrolls being read out, Moses.
I don't think Nip would have given them the magic. I don't think they would give them the secret.
No. I don't know. Maybe they've had to make their own Moses. Their own kind of...
I think, you know, they probably just said something like, you know, these guys didn't shake our hands back in 2013. We're not letting them have any of the magic.
Yeah. Holding on to that grudge. Double AWP as a potential solution for Winstrike, and why not? I mean, they could definitely connect with some of those. Right now, top fragging, well, they're all pretty much close to each other on the Winstrike side, actually. Maybe thought someone was doing a bit more. Flusha at 19 kills and Crims at 21, so that certainly has to feel pretty good if you're a Fnatic fan. Return grenade there. Oh, that does a lot of damage.
Exchange him, though. Quick equally eats a nade pretty well. Hall stack, and there's Crims spamming through the follow-up from JW. Waterfall's waiting for that. So finally, a good opening in a round for Winstrike. You have a lot of players on Fnatic chip down. Crims and Flusha even exist a little bit, and you've got one kill.
Waterfalls. I'd say that's very risky. Peeking around the corner. The Molotov actually going to force him out. Draken gets a kill on Boomich, but good job. Almost walks back into the fire, and now he's just running into Boiler. I mean, he has to go somewhere, right? So I guess this is all fair play. It's still a 3-on-3 as Quick goes down. The bomb right in front, and Flusha. Oh, the no-scope. How does that not connect? Now Valina down here, and he drops to Crims. I don't know how Crims is doing all of this. This is the kind of play, the kind of game that makes Crims such a dangerous player. It's great to see him back at this level. Absolutely one of the stars of the Counter-Strike scene, and Jim can now try and hold on to the map. 1 versus 3. He's going to get the one, jumping out down to 36, and yeah, might as well swap out for the AK-47. The bomb is down, and he has to do something impossible here. Smoke doesn't even block anyone off, and they're both waiting for him. Actually surprised he even is still alive, and finally Draken will take him down 16-7 as Fnatic make their way past Winstrike. But I don't know.
Easiest prediction of my life.
Yeah, Moses?
Yeah, never had a doubt.
You did your best to sabotage all of that, and we won't forget.
That first half did get a little bit dicey for Fnatic, but good to see them show up.